I feel like you never give me breathing room. Like I could be like 2 a.m. and I'm like I'm gonna have like 8 hours. It's gonna be great. And then like you send me new, and I'm like, all right, but it's between you and then also if I go on at night for board game arena, Nozoma's like always lurking.
Yeah, I think he's got total opposite hours. Usually at night it's the morning for him. Like he's waiting to go to work or something like that.
Okay, well, see, this is my live stream. The little broadcast thing from this morning showed back up again that I did. I thought I had deleted it.
Oh, I see one now. Yeah, it says 2 watching.
Well, I'm trying something new, guys, so this is I hope I'm not creating an issue.
Yeah, it's working. There's a delay of probably 15 seconds.
Okay, good.
How do we make the line?
20 seconds.
Oh, OBS does that.
I can't read that, Cody.
Sorry. It was showing it says it's live.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Randy Ingersoll here. This old guy is still having problems with some of these technical things, not like these young guys that I'm on with this evening. So I think we're live now. We've got Joe Schultz, Cody Kunka, Francesco Salerno with us this evening. We're going to be watching Eucalyx versus Dube. Say hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Hi.
So tonight's game is spread all across the world. We've got a commentator almost midnight in London, and one of the players is in Australia, where it's already tomorrow. And then Dube is on the west coast of the U.S. I think he's in California. Eucalyx is in the room, waiting for Frank, waiting for Dube.
So I guess now that we're live, we might as well run back through our initial predictions.
Yep.
So it's likely going to be a random start, so we can't really predict much there, although I think Joe's pretty confident that he's got his 50-50 right.
Yep, I'm saying like fight.
Yep.
And then a lot of us think that Frank is going to try to slow the game down and start with a hopper or a ladybug, and Eucalyx is going to try to speed the game up with something a bit more aggressive. And I'll go out on a limb and predict a C opener for both sides.
I'm gonna say white Pilba for Frank.
Troy says he can barely hear Joe.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Troy says he can barely hear
Can you
Joe.
guys hear the rest of us? Or
Is
is
that
it just-
because in OBS where does the audio comes from? Should come from Zoom directly.
Can you guys hear the rest of us?
It could have just been that one comment. We'll see what happens after the next 30 seconds or whatever.
The audio comes from. Should come from Zoom directly.
I think I've increased the volume from you guys.
Can you guys hear the rest of us?
It could have just been that one comment. We'll see what happens after the next 30 seconds or whatever. Oh, they're both here.
I think I've increased the volume from you guys.
Can you guys hear the rest of us?
It's your tails. That one comment. All right, I lost. What happens after the next 30
No
seconds
random
or
game.
whatever. I'm still saying white both here.
I think I've increased the volume from you. Okay, I muted my YouTube channel.
And actually, you were right. Dube said head, and it's a tail.
Tails never fails.
So let's see if he decides to go white first.
Hold on here. I might.
Oh yeah, right.
I lost.
You would. We like two to go first as white. Misread. Okay. Okay. So Grasshopper B. But what Christian is gonna play is black. Grasshopper as well. Grasshopper. That's pretty rare.
Hopper. I guess I kind of called that.
Maybe they are following. Black.
Dube's probably gonna put his queen far away. Yep.
Exactly. So you call it buffer opening.
Yeah, and Eucalyx is gonna go on the Z side probably.
So you got a buffer C. Buffer C.
Buffer C here.
I always struggle to find a name for. I try to call it elongated opening or something like that, but it does. Buffer sounds better.
I like buffer. Cody thought of that actually. I like buffer because it's like Dube has his start bug is kind of his mosquito. I mean, he started with the hopper, but it's kind of a throwaway bug to get far away. So the mosquito is kind of like a pseudo start bug.
Yeah, I think it neutralizes a ladybug a little bit because it usually cannot attack as many places if freed.
Also, that the pill bug is kind of going to be stuck in there, so you know that harassment from the mosquito is going to be pretty minimal.
And also, if black plays a beetle somewhere, it will take a few more turns to be effective.
Yep, up the gut.
So this almost functions as a pill bug start then. The pill bug gets pinned, and you get this nice little pocket.
Yep. However, normal pill bug start is way more aggressive. He already slowed his tempo thing down, so it's quite a bit different than a traditional pill bug start, I think.
Do you think black could have gone for like pinning the white queen straight away? Like this is more a control approach. Like, can black take advantage of the buffer, or it's just better to?
Yeah, he could get ahead in tempo technically, just generally speaking. But then again, it's going to be difficult to finish. So that trade-off.
Yeah, and also when you start with a buffer, you're effectively losing one more bug. So long games where it becomes a material game benefits the person not playing the buffer.
True.
Then again, with that buffer, that pseudo start bug is almost guaranteed to be released. You can just place a few bugs and pre-swamp it. So then, easy for it to come out.
I always a bit skeptical about the spider in that position, like next to the queen. But I guess now it's not a big.
Yeah, I think Eucalyx is kind of saying, go ahead and use your mosquito to pin my spider. Stuck there.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the chat window from YouTube channel up being displayed as well.
Can they hear me better?
Actually, Randy, like if someone watches on YouTube, he has already the chat next, right? So maybe it's not. I mean, we can.
Do you guys think that Pillbug comes in now to stop the angle of attack of that spider?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I would expect to create a gate, other than there.
All right, cool. Chat says that you can hear all of us now.
Cool.
That doesn't exactly stop the spider going against the queen, and then being a nice spot for the beetle to climb up off of.
I like this triangle structure. Or no, you gave it a name, right? Rack or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just a big cluster. Yeah, rack is what I call it.
I like it because it's like a flexible pocket. Is that 3 pockets in one, basically, and you decide what you need.
Kind of crazy how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think probably the ladybug comes out right now, frees the ant. I guess not.
Why not a mosquito attacking the queen right now, so that the spider can't pin it? So top right.
Well, he made the move already, but wait, which mosquito?
Black mosquito goes upper right of white queen. Well, black just doesn't have much pressure on white.
Okay.
The ladybug's still going to be able to get freed later.
They're pretty fast.
A concern that I have right here from black standpoint is if the white grasshopper jumps out, the black ladybug leaves, you've got a nice beetle factory right there for a beetle to come right in.
Yeah, the problem is if that ladybug does not leave, though. If it does not leave, it's a terrible position for white. Unless something happens, with a few moves. So I think Dube's got to either place a piece or get that mosquito out of there and refill it with a beetle.
Yeah, I feel the mosquito-centered pocket, let's say, should work better than the grasshopper one. So the hopper can stay there. Should stay there probably.
Also, go ahead, Cody.
I was just saying, if we are forming a pocket where the mosquito is, that is still pretty far away from the opposing pill bug. So it gives black the chance it really needs to attack. Black has like no pressure right now.
Yeah, nothing good for white though either.
I don't know. He could advance with that pill bug, or move it forward and then form a pocket there.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was a good idea with this spider still in place.
I like that.
But it is moving it away from the white queen though, and then that mosquito is not as great anymore.
True.
I guess maybe moves it over, drops a beetle, climbs with the mosquito, or climbs with the beetle.
Okay, so Eucalyx lured that mosquito out of there, so I think he's going to do something with his mosquito immediately if Dube makes this move.
Do you think he takes the pocket with his own mosquito?
I think he probably pins the queen to destroy the pocket.
Right.
Or perhaps he just adjusts the ant and waits with the mosquito. Probably not, though.
So no beetles have come into the game yet.
If Eucalyx leaves that pocket, I think we'll see a white beetle next.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Then again, he could double beetle off of the spider and just go right up to the pill bug. It's a lot faster.
Yeah. It's slow in the sense that the spider is there,
It's 3 to cover the pill bug versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
True, but it was 4 before that spider moved.
But anyway, like four moves, 4 tempos for covering the pill bug. Black can obtain a pretty good position and using 4 moves, I guess.
There's a beetle. So probably 2 beetles now, right? White beetle now?
I think I'm a tiny bit behind on this. Oh, there we go. Catching up. feel like that spider's moving too much. It's a little strange. I mean, why move the spider out of that initial position if you're not going to use it for a beetle spawn point or something?
A great thing that it's doing is crippling his spawn points. Moving it there is fine too, though, I think. Spawn points, and now it's holding one of those bugs down.
Yeah, I like that. That's kind of similar to when Black does a standard open, puts a mosquito and an ant down, and then you do a pin such that if one leaves, then you're going to kill the pocket.
Yeah.
This is just with beetles and later in the game.
Yeah. Unfortunately for White, it's a false pin, and yeah, this is happening now.
Yeah, but still, like, takes some time for Black to get around that. So maybe still a good option for White.
Yeah, Black can fill that pocket and remove that mosquito. Then he can fill that pocket and move whatever he filled it with last time and keep doing that. So it's like very good position here for Black, I think.
Yeah.
He's being uncontrollable like I predicted.
Black is?
Eucalyx.
He should have been the one to destroy White's control.
Yeah. I probably would have attacked with the mosquito rather than put the beetle there, but this looks good.
Yeah, they've almost flipped roles where Eucalyx is being quite aggressive and Black is just playing and then White's just playing the kind of slow game, getting ant control, killing spawn points.
Do you think White kind of gives up the advantage if he plays the buffer opening?
He gives up the tempo advantage, but perhaps he takes
control. Mobility.
A lot of times, and maybe he was thinking this, he was going to goad Black into an attack and then dissolve the attack. It didn't happen.
We have a neat pin replacement here because, again, it's requiring the mosquito to pin a spider to stop it. But maybe he's not going to do it. It seems to me that what you really gain from the buffer is a lot of pockets and spawn points.
Yeah, especially for that pseudo start bug.
Yeah. The danger, I think, of the pocket is that someone attacks from the outside when you're down in tempo. I guess White has a tempo to burn, so it's not so bad. It's when Black plays a buffer start that I get nervous.
It's tricky. Guadalupe plays it well. It's hard to do.
So that's to free the ant, I guess. Well, no, never mind. Mosquito move. That's a strange move.
So it's White's turn right now.
I think, like, historically, the buffer came first for Black, right? Like, kind of. Black played the buffer first. And then some White thought, why can't they play as well buffer? If it's good for Black, why not? Why?
Not sure exactly. I think Randy has some history with that, though. I think he had a game against Fu Manchu like that when he won the tournament.
I did. I was about ready to say that. But I played it not because I thought it was better, but Fu Manchu and I both had a tendency to take a lot of time, and so I studied it a lot before I played it. And so he spent a lot of time at the very beginning, and then it caused him to be under time pressure later in the game, and so it added to my chance of winning.
Nice.
So this mosquito against the queen here is interesting. I was figuring that if Black or White dropped a beetle into its pocket, and if the queen escaped, just moved one to the left, then you got this black pocket that can then be dropped into, free that mosquito, and then the queen's got a lot of more freedom too. I guess white only has that one ant left that could threaten that plan, or he could just kill it with this mosquito move here.
Yeah, I think black probably moves his mosquito, maybe marching it forward, probably actually jumping out like a ladybug and pinning the ant. And then if his pillbug gets warped away, who cares? Just move it back if you have time.
I was just wondering if he was going to pin the mosquito with the mosquito.
I don't think so. I think taking the ant instead. Then if a beetle shows up on that mosquito, then you just go pin that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. But if he goes and pins the white ant there, the white spider could take the black mosquito.
Yeah, but then you have a free ant.
Sure. I think that black's under so much pressure right now. It'd be nice to have that, mystery bug with the mosquito. I guess he could just go right in the pocket. But
one thing to consider too is that beetle, the black beetle that's on top, eventually that's going to make its way forward or be useful. It doesn't seem like it is right now. Actually, what if that black mosquito pins the ant, and then next move spawns a bug under that beetle that's covering in between the two spiders? That would free the ant that's stuck by the ladybug. It also would free the temporarily stuck beetle by the queen.
Yep, I like that.
That's what I would go for. And if he pins the mosquito with the spider, there's still that free ant. And then if he spawns in that place that I said, there'll be another free ant.
Seems though black is quite down on bugs. Like only 3 bugs left.
Yeah.
Against 6 for white, so should be careful what kind of strings he creates, because it doesn't have that many chances to counterattack.
Yeah.
Like it's comfortable to defend, but not clear if enough to win.
Yeah, he's compact right now. He has a chance to explode, and we'll see what usefulness he gets out of those bugs. I think that's a good plan, though, to do what I suggested.
Yeah.
The queen would be free again if he does that too.
So if he does that and white spawns a beetle off of the white mosquito, what does black immediately do? Pin the beetle, I guess?
Yep.
And then white warps out the black pill bug to free the white mosquito, which then can climb.
Yep, that's why.
But then I guess you could do a mosquito shutdown at that point.
Yep.
Okay.
The mosquito could get crafty and make its way to the other beetle, but I don't see that happening.
I feel it would be quite useful to have an analysis board. Maybe next time, like a small board below or something. Because I mean, we can kind of follow, but I'm not sure everyone follows. It's pretty complex.
So the basic idea is if the black mosquito evacuates, the black ladybug is now bidirectionally pinned, so white can afford to make a ring with the white mosquito.
Okay, that was a interesting set of moves there.
Okay, so he's got double pill bug defense, sort of.
Yeah, he might be looking at some long strings though. Of course, which he can just place to sort of mitigate, but there's still problems.
I feel now white can, like next move, can try to drag the queen even more to the north. Just pulling it away and then surrounding it slowly. Because yeah, black seems quite.
White could potentially. That's not a good idea. I was gonna say he could move the black mosquito away too.
What about just throwing black queen into white's little pocket there?
Yeah, but then black warps the white pill bug away.
Okay, then it's closer to a tie.
Yeah, I think.
But it's still one. He's still up by one kill shot or space around the queen though.
Who is?
If white warps the black queen into the pocket next to the white queen, and then black warps out the white pill bug, then there are 1, 2, 3 empty spots around the black queen, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the white queen. So I think white can still avoid a tie there.
White has way more fight power.
Yeah, true.
And white can get in that last ant without really much risk either. Throw it off that spider at the bottom.
The downside is that black mosquito will become freed, and you can get in all sorts of trouble. That might be unavoidable anyway, but if black makes his move, which it looks like he just did.
He hasn't finalized it yet.
Yeah.
Says it's Dube's turn.
Yeah. Still.
Oh,
so
I see.
He can't warp the queen quite yet, but he can probably get that ant in right now.
I get it. I thought it was black's turn for a second.
It is. Oh no, it's Dube's turn right now, and he's considering warping that queen out.
Yep.
Well, he can't move the queen.
He's got that white pill bug that can warp it away.
Yeah, but the queen was just moved on the last turn.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't moved yet.
No.
We were looking at a non-accepted move.
Right. It was a.
It seems he changed his mind, but yeah, it doesn't look that.
Yeah.
So black. Well, maybe we'll just wait to see if this is the move.
Wait until he actually hits done before we start commenting on it.
Yeah, but if it is, then black warps his queen out next to his beetle, then places, and that beetle is free. Which isn't awesome, but very stringy, but what else is he going to do?
I think black needed to attack a long time ago with that mosquito.
Agreed.
We agree now it's definitely white trying to play for a win.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Yeah, white, I think he's going to...
90%, let's say.
White will start marching those beetles forward pretty soon. He's got that ant with no purpose yet, but it's deadly. Black's only chance is to get the beetle up, then make a ring. Maybe stop that ant first.
So grasshopper jumps in the hole in the middle, frees the black ladybug. White can't really stop that unless it throws it. Pillbug.
There's the white ant that's at the bottom of the screen. If that gets away, it just shifts and pins the ant. But yeah, the ladybug would come out. I don't know if we can do anything of value with it, though. Okay, so Dube used that last ant to totally win the ant game. He's going to replace that and have another one yet. Probably about time where he's going to start attacking. Maybe he'll pin that spider at the bottom that's still free.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe, let's see, what's under that black beetle? It's a white spider.
I think he's going to try to get an approach with a beetle at that point. Because he doesn't have a whole lot of extra bugs at this point. He's got 4 spots to fill, 3 in the bank, and then the free ant.
Yep.
So that's not a whole lot extra. So he needs a little bit of control. If black drops a bug in that spot there and moves the queen away, it's going to be a little hard for white to get enough to win.
Yep. He's going to have to start squeezing him, and it looks like it's going to be a possibility for sure.
Frank's favorite way to win.
Yeah.
Black has still like 2 beetles on top. So that Zootsvang is like not too likely, probably.
Good point.
Yep. But black can't apply very much pressure at all.
However, white gets both beetles on top. Even if black covers both beetles, he'll have to remove one down the line, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think making a I was going to say making a ring is better, but then that mosquito can be warped away.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to drop the ladybug or his grasshopper.
He just did Dube's turn.
Try to advance the other grasshopper, free the mosquito, or at least force white to move it.
I would have thought that he would have spawned by the ant, freeing the ladybug as well. Yep.
No, but if he does that, then white warps the black mosquito next to the white queen and moves the white pillbug out, right?
Probably.
I don't think I like that grasshopper move by Christian trying to threaten the win against black. Would have been nice to see that as a beetle instead. Or sorry, Frank's white. That grasshopper that's in the top left of the screen can't really do much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dr. Mike asks if that grasshopper can jump in, because that would force the black beetle to sit right there.
Yeah, I think originally wasn't it an anchor for stability so it can be warped?
But you could do that with a beetle. And if white grasshopper jumps in right now, then black mosquito's free.
Yeah, but it's black's turn.
I'm just saying, if white grasshopper ever moves, the black beetle or the black mosquito moves right after it.
Yeah.
Well, that seems good for black. If the grasshopper moves.
Yep, definitely.
Dr. Mike says before the black grasshopper was placed.
It's the same. That the mosquito will be free. Yeah, would cover the pill bag, could jump out somewhere else. So yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think he tried to defend with it because he doesn't have the bugs to win.
Okay.
It seems to me that the best black can go for now is a tie.
So this is an interesting spot for a beetle placement. If he does that, then Eucalyx can spawn and make that big ring in between his 2 spiders, freeing his ant and his ladybug. And I think Frank just realized that.
Yeah. No, man. It's too long. Why?
If he pins his ant down, it's the problem. That white ant on the bottom right.
What if white just pins the black queen and then spawns a beetle?
I think that he he doesn't want to give Eucalyx any of his pieces back. He's so stretched that using that white ant to leave the black spider, I think that black spider gets involved somehow and makes it harder.
It's gonna be hard for white to find a path for the beetle.
Yeah. I think maybe he just marches, covers the mosquito, and then puts that hopper in like Dr. Mike suggested.
That's another idea.
But white's running out of bugs to win with too, though. He needs 5.
So if that happens, black obviously has some moves to do. But let's say he covers the mosquito, white does, then moves the hopper in and then pins the queen with the hopper. Then he has an attack for that last beetle.
Yep.
I think that's what he's hoping for, but, black has, 3 moves in between there? Not sure what he can do, though.
Maybe black fills that first with one of the hoppers.
Yeah, now's a good time.
Which probably the hopper next to the queen.
Yeah, because then it frees the ladybug too. Oh, I didn't think about that way.
Yeah, then you have the long jump of the other hopper against white queen, although I don't know if he can afford that.
Oh, he didn't make the move yet. It doesn't look like. I don't think that he should make that. Oh, wait, never mind. So it's black's turn. I think maybe he just pins that hopper and hopes for a draw.
Mm-hmm.
So now his queen will run away. And it's go time for Frank. This is what he's good at.
It's so frustrating. It's especially frustrating when you're playing a turn-based game and it's like 1 move a day.
Takes like 2 years.
Yeah.
Beetle.
Slowly, surely.
So it looks like he's going to be patient.
Beetle. Yeah.
Frank is very patient.
So if Eucalyx moves the grasshopper over to free the mosquito, do you think the white pillbug then warps the black mosquito out of there?
Yeah.
The white pillbug moves it to the left.
Yep. And then gets covered with the beetle. He could have accomplished a similar thing by putting the beetle to the right of the white queen and then moving the pillbug out. Then that removes the potential of that black mosquito from getting freed too.
Yeah. Take a little bit longer, but I don't think that that's a big problem.
So all of the bugs have been placed.
Except for the white ladybug.
Oh, is it underneath the chat window? Yep.
So you think the black beetle marches to defend?
He's going to have to try to figure out how to string that out first by moving that bottom hopper.
Yeah.
But where does he move it?
Well, if he goes right in the middle, it forces white to get rid of the mosquito, but I don't know that black can afford losing the mosquito.
He will lose that hopper as well. Because the way the beetle is, the white beetle at the top, if white now moves the mosquito into the pocket, then he can take his pill bug away.
That's just a delay move, I feel like, because it just attacks the same spot.
Which
as
one?
the grasshopper that Christian just moved basically can only go two directions. So you can go right in the middle, which is what he could have done already with the bottom hopper, or it goes down to the bottom right, and then it just gets pinned and even more strung out. So it doesn't seem to accomplish anything.
Yep, I think he's just kind of going back and forth. He's probably now thinking about that string to let his beetle move on.
I think black just tries to get his queen with as few spots around it filled and hope white can't fill it.
Yep, probably off the spider.
It's a bit frustrating to be in that kind of position.
I think Eucalyx too. There's a chance where that top hopper, maybe that jumps in, and then subsequently maybe another hopper jumps in. I'm not sure if that's a great idea or not, but he's got to do something.
He jumps in, white just pulls the mosquito.
Yep, so now the other hopper jumps in, and then he'll at least have some free pieces in that center. Maybe he buys time and then gets the mosquito out. So now the other hopper has to come in. Yep.
He can.
So now white needs to get away from the mosquito, which he really can't. Maybe he moves the mosquito again. Okay, and then he'll move the pill bug. But now black has made some moves now. He's going to get a... Well, we'll see what happens. But he'll get that spider out, maybe get the ladybug free. Sorry, the hopper out.
Okay.
So Dube makes this move, which he didn't.
Yeah, okay. If he...
I was going to say it's obvious what his next move after that would have to be, so which is move the pill bug. But now it's obvious that he needs to cover the mosquito. So Eucalyx will probably jump that middle hopper to free the
bug.
If the middle grasshopper jumps directly east, then Dube just moves out that one grasshopper and leaves that grasshopper pinned.
That's true. Yeah, maybe he'll pin the queen with it and then just try to save his own queen. I think it's all kind of just a lost game that he's trying to figure something out. Maybe that beetle comes in to fill that pocket next to the ladybug and the hopper.
I think the beetle will just stay to try to defend. It'll want to cover something. And then black will need to make sure he has something that can move back and forth to not be forced.
I kind of agree, but if the black beetle goes into the pocket, white still has to cover that mosquito. Then the black beetle comes up over the hopper or the ladybug. If white covers it, then there's some beetle action that happens from under that quadruple stack. So I don't think it's definitely not a perfect move, but he's got to do something, and I kind of think that he's going to do that, and he just did. Okay, so he doesn't have to cover the mosquito. He can move that. No, but he covers it. So now the black beetle comes up on top and then just forces some action. Possibly the ladybug moves. Frees the black ant. White repins the ant. Beetle still is possible to move.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of black pieces all clumped together.
I like that by Eucalyx. Because now when that spider is removed, the black ant can be freed without freeing the other white ant. Also, the black spider, if it pins the white spider, then it moves again and frees that black ant. The white spider cannot re-pin. So, black still being very uncontrollable in that center. And I guess we'll see if he can move that whole mass of black pieces to surround that white queen. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I don't think that's a good move. That black spider needs to come out and go straight down in the other one.
Like black can only make some progress if white fills the right spots and frees black pieces. But white is not kind of forced in any way to do it, so it will never black will probably never have enough bugs.
Probably not, but within 3 moves of his own, black can have 2 free ants. And then perhaps he can squeeze white.
2 free ants.
Well, if the black spider goes out and pins the white spider,
yep,
and the grasshopper jumps in
I see.
between the beetle and the ant, that'll actually
nice.
free 3 bugs. That'll free the beetle, the ladybug, and an ant.
Yep, and then the other, the ant on the bottom, yep, he's thinking about this now. So from this position right here, the spider moves again, and it frees that black ant at the bottom.
If it works, it's magic for black. I mean, what?
But yeah, I can't see how it can be stopped. 2 free ants for black.
Well, white can pin that spider at the bottom there with the white ant, giving up the black spider.
True.
So he's not going to get 2 ants; he'll get 1.
But he can get an ant, a beetle, and a ladybug.
Yep.
Yeah, if he gets 1 ant, if he's 1 ant up.
So, yep, Randy's right there. Now it's time to free
The other ant.
Yeah, yep, with the hopper looks best.
Nice.
Having second thoughts. If he has, oh, look at this. Okay, if he does that, then Eucalyx gets that bottom ant. Unless, of course, he can pin it again with the ant, but.
But he still now, if Dube does that, then the grasshopper jumps in and frees 3 black bugs.
I think he still has time for that, though. I would go for the spider first.
Yeah, because even if the ladybug or the grasshopper gets covered, the ladybug can do it
Yep.
See, now, I don't know why he did that.
Agreed. I would have done it with the hopper. It still kept the ring for the mosquito under the white beetle,
Right.
which is most important.
I found really cool the way Black managed to obtain some pieces from.
So that black ant probably pins the white ant. Black work to get that last ant free.
So the hopper at the top left is threatening to free the white ant, though. The bot in the middle.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, some quick play. So probably a false pin. Yeah. So it's looking like a draw to me. That queen runs and hides in place of where that spider is. Should probably move the spider and put it there.
Or the queen just moves off the spider.
Yeah, that's true, but it'd be nice to have a spider to move around.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think he can afford it. The beetle's too close.
Did he go back? What is it? Is he thinking to go the long way?
So Frank gave him time. The spider probably goes into the center. Oh.
The hive is one long string.
It's like a reverse question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks kind of drawish.
I guess white could cover that free black ant by advancing with the white beetle, and then use the pill bug and move out the queen to get that ant free. But there's got to be a bunch of white bugs left behind.
It's a nice little restack there. White can move again to the right and then use that hopper for something.
One of the viewers says, probably a draw, but Dube will try to find a win. It will be a long game.
Probably, yes.
Once the options get down there, things can crash to a halt pretty quickly, though. Do we have predictions on move number? Total move number?
What are we at?
We're at
Someone
8.
asked if I've ever smiled once in my life. Do it now. Of course. I smiled when I won my championship.
So all you need to do is win another championship.
That's right.
All right.
I'm concentrating too hard on watching the game.
Well, you're getting all, studied up with. You said you were working on a new edition, right?
I am. I've got two books working right now.
That's got to keep you pretty sharp. I'd imagine that in large part, Joe writing his books really helped him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that beetle will cover the ant, then the queen will try to make that pass. Or maybe the pill bug.
We're at 93 moves, 49 minutes.
95 now, I see.
They say 140.
140? I'll say 138.
Go
Like
for everything. 139.
Well, probably less.
Actually, I think it's going to be higher. I think white can cover the black ant to the right, and then move the pill bug all the way around, get that black ant in a pocket, throw it in so then it doesn't get so stretched out, and then you'll have a few more white free bugs. Oh, here we go. White's got to get some of those bugs back.
So this is that plan I was talking about earlier. Black pill bug trying to free the black ant. The white ant will just repin it probably. I guess not. Huh. It doesn't seem good. I guess he's just allowing him one thing to move back and forth.
He can if black moves the spider though, the white ladybug or the white grasshopper has nowhere to go that's useful. So it's kind of a second thing he can do.
Now when that beetle makes it down and covers that black hopper.
Oh, true. After all this mess happens up top.
Yeah.
Maybe 140 moves was optimistic.
Yeah, I'm going 170.
I'm gonna say 200.
Okay. All right, so the ant is completely surrounded, so white can afford to throw it.
I don't understand. I mean, as long as black has that ant free, even if white has all the moves he wants, not gonna happen.
Okay, I think is that your plan, Cody?
Yep, that's it. He needed to get rid of that stretched string of white bugs. So he throw it in, free the grasshopper, and then he could maybe do a similar thing to get the ladybug free too, but I'm not sure he has to.
I would have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Rather than moving the queen as he just did to west, I would warp away the black ant.
Agreed.
So that frees one bug more. Yeah, it is figuring out that.
Yeah, the comment was made. No way anyone can win with this long string of bugs.
That's not true. You gotta watch Frank play.
White's gonna win
I think it's true. It's true. No, what?
that move. Now he's got 4 bugs. Yeah, White will win. Although that pesky black ant, right? He should have made sure that didn't happen.
I think Black did right on time with the queen to free his black ant.
If he didn't
Well,
make
say
that
White
move.
pins the ant, then Black's got to move elsewhere.
it's gonna be tricky. Yeah, true. But he has his queen to move back and forth. And that
Yeah, it's a draw. Come on, guys. Save energy for next game.
Maybe this is just part of the plan. You got to tire out your opponents to have no will to fight going to the next game.
Sure.
yeah, dang. If I think if White didn't mess up with that queen move and then queen move back, I think he would have won.
So I'm thinking White Beetle covers Black Ant to the left. Then the Grasshopper jumps in, freeing the pill bug, and then the pill bug's got to go do something up with that ant.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the pill bug's going to get stuck, and that ant will just keep moving back and forth. And then White is strung out and squeezed into doing something bad.
But even if he's strung out and squeezed into doing something bad, is it going to be enough to win? It's probably not, is it?
No, I don't think so. However, he doesn't have to even do that. He'll give Black something of value at that point. I think he just offers a draw. Yep. I offer a draw. Oh, wait, Eucalyx said that.
Oh, let
When did
me.
he say? I think
I'm gonna
Frank
try to-
offers a draw.
Eucalyx offered a draw.
Messed up at the end. Should have pinned your queen much earlier. Yep, it's a draw.
Let the queen go for a long trip.
YouTube comments were right. It's a draw. One little blunder there at the end. The squeeze is hard. You got to really make sure you're controlling your opponent.
Okay, this was a warm-up game. 140, by the way. Pretty close. 143.
It's not over yet. Yes, nobody's made an official draw proposal yet.
Yeah, but I guess 138. Nebraska wins.
Oh, there's the official. There was the official draw proposal.
It's hard to offer a draw. I always lose it in the menu. And then you have to hit OK.
Done. Yeah, you have to click on done, I think.
So you hate draws so much that it's just very hard for you to find them?
Pretty much true, yeah. Sometimes I lose games that I could have easy draws just to not have a draw.
That's the only problem of...
Oh, see, yeah, this is the problem I'm talking about. It's hard to offer a draw. Do you see it? They didn't hit OK.
I think after clicking on offer draw, has to click on done. Right?
Randy, do you know if it's 15 minutes for this game as well? For the time?
I went and read the rules specifically. It says the finals are 15 minutes.
Okay.
So I think if you apply the actual letter of the rules, it's probably a 12-minute game.
Okay.
I know
I'll,
Eucalyx was hoping that it was 12 minutes.
Maybe I
So-
should write Bobby so they both see it.
So it is plus 12 or 15. I'm confused.
Say that again.
Is plus 12 or plus 15? I'm confused.
Plus 12.
Okay.
Well, they're trying to offer a draw.
Communication problem.
There we go.
Cool. Accept. I was gonna decline. Surprise.
And hit done. Okay, that was a draw, a long draw, 143 moves.
Okay.
So let's get the...
I'll be right back.
You think they're gonna play another game now? Probably.
let's
I'd say
close this one.
overall that was a positive end for Black. Right? He's now got 2 games in a row as white, and he eked out a draw there.
Mm-hmm. I wonder where did Black go wrong? He seemed pretty comfortable at the beginning. Like a good, nice position.
I think that Black didn't attack soon enough. I mean, like, he never put pressure on White, so White could just kind of like slowly move around with all those beetles. I think at that critical moment where he dropped the beetle, could have attacked with the mosquito, where away from where the spider would have pinned it, and then White would have had some pressure. And even if he dropped a beetle off of that mosquito, then he could go fill in that spot, climb with the mosquito. It was nice there, especially with the buffer where White got slowed down.
Yeah, I feel, yeah, you're right. Once you miss the chance to, like, the right move to attack, then you kind of have to play another kind of game.
I mean, unless Christian was going from the draw from like the very middle of the game, that is quite the call if that's true.
You can do that too, surely, but if you
So
find the chance to go for a win, why not? I really didn't see any.
So here we go. I'm in a review room. At what point do you think the mistake was made? You think that Christian should have been going for attacking earlier?
Yep.
Earlier
You
than
got to
this?
put pressure on White at some point, because otherwise White's just going to have tons of time to figure something out. I think it's impressive that Black got a draw out of that. I think White made a blunder there at the end, letting the queen free the hand.
Yeah, well, at some point he really managed to free that cluster, that clog pieces there.
And I don't think that he used the most efficient means of freeing the cluster either, because he could have created the ladybug, ant, and beetle.
Yeah. So even before this move, he probably shouldn't let White to create the strings of bugs.
See, at this point, all 3 of these bugs. Are you all in the room?
No, I'm
All
I'm
3.
not in the room, but I see from your I see for YouTube.
Oh, okay.
in the room.
The ant, the beetle, and the grasshopper at this point are all 3 free. Or
The beetle and the
I'm sorry, let's go back one. Oh, somebody's
It should
joined me
be.
in the room and it's created a...
yeah, I'll get back in the room as well. So at what point you think was? When here is already impossible to win for Black. Okay, you're saying here rather than moving the ladybug. You should have used the grasshopper.
Yes. If he would have used the grasshopper here, then the ladybug, beetle, and ant would all be free.
If the beetle covers the ladybug, what happens?
Then the mosquito underneath the beetle climbs up.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that would have been good actually. Probably then black can hope for squeezing white rather than the way around.
So all in all, do you consider getting a draw as black a good thing? Because now Eucalyx has 2 games in a row as white.
Although I will say this tournament has seen quite a number of wins by black. It's been very interesting.
Yeah, I'm always puzzled by. I'm trying to understand what's white advantage. Try to quantify white advantage. Because in some position it seems actually really good, but then a lot of games come out where black actually does magic and can win in a brilliant way. So I think, maybe that's not too bad actually. But
so I think that white. I mean, of course, you have to give away your plans first to some extent, but I think what happens is white pushes the tempo advantage a little too much sometimes, and then the tide turns. There are certain types of openings and certain moves that you can do where you basically just give the tempo and get a subtle advantage, like what Joe did with starting the white beetle by placing a mosquito off of that and then climbing. You're essentially trading the 1 tempo advantage for the climb. I mean, I guess you also have the consideration of the pinned beetle, but I think you could figure out things like that where it'd be like a very defensive white.
Yeah, I think white advantage is more in like having the option of what to do. You can go for an attack, like is exploiting the tempo advantage, but in that case you have to be successful. Otherwise, black, the table turns.
Right.
But also you can go for a more control game, and if you avoid black, if you prevent black from counterattacking, then you can still win in the long run, or at least you don't lose. That's the thing. Kind of, it's hard to lose for white, let's say.
Yeah, Joe and I played a game recently where he just overloaded on strength as white. We got all 3 ants and a mosquito out right away. And I didn't really know what to do against that.
Yeah, exactly. So once you get that kind of advantage, it's pretty hard to recover. I mean, unless you can have a cluster like here of bugs, try to get 1 or 2 out, but still the rest of it will remain stranded there. So you need some ants, some mobility.
So I missed it. Did they agree to a second game today?
They did.
Yeah,
they're going to take a brief break.
Okay.
So did everybody play in the Mind Sports Olympiad this summer? Frasco, you did, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Because I was part of the broadcast team, and they sent me a T-shirt.
Oh.
The Mind Sports Olympiad.
I got that too.
Did you get one as well?
And
did they feature the game Thrive?
I know. No, it's not because of that. I got the bronze medal.
Oh, very nice.
For the Hive base, actually. Weird, because I never play Hive base. But as you were saying before the live, it's pretty useful, I think, to learn a bit more.
I still think everybody, when they first start playing Hive, should start with standard Hive with no expansions.
I think you're gonna learn a lot like that. I think you'll run into a debate, kind of like, what do you watch first, the original trilogy or the new trilogy? Should we starting with the third trilogy? Make that a push. Get it out of the way first, and then you're all uphill.
No, you start with the Mandalorian. That's all you need.
Oh, okay. No spoilers. I'm saving all of it for Christmas break. It's
been really good.
I always liked Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
From what'd you say?
I liked Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker's Padawan, who debuted in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It was, I guess, a CG animated show. That show got a lot better over time.
Yeah, she was on Rebels too. That was even better.
I wouldn't say it was even better. I watched her episodes in Rebels just for her, but I liked the Clone Wars better. Not the weird like flat animation one, but the CG 3D one.
I have to confess, I'm not a super fan. I watch a few.
What are you a super fan of besides Hive?
I don't know. That's a good question. A bunch of other board games. I don't know what else actually. I kind of play a bit the electric bass, but not that much.
I've never understood how people get interested in playing a bass, because I feel like it's like something you play along with someone else. How does that work?
I mean, I'm not an expert, so I'm sure. Well, you can find a lot of people that are really good at bass, and it feels like you don't need something else along with it.
Yeah, okay. You just play that Seinfeld song. That's all you really need, right?
What song?
The Seinfeld song.
Ah, yeah, you can.
I'll admit that's the one piece of like critical American culture that I'd never really experienced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I saw the Muffin Top episode though.
I like Curb Your Enthusiasm even better.
Watched a little bit of The Office.
I've never seen The Office. I've never seen The Office, like and Seinfeld was filled with the biggest bunch of useless individuals ever. None of them had any redeeming value at all.
Which is kind of like an intriguing point, because together somehow it was popular, but then when they tried to split out in their own shows, it just, I guess it was only one other show, it just didn't work.
So Dube asked, are we allowed to watch Randy stream while playing? And Eucalyx said, you're watching too? So they do have a sense of humor.
I try to go suggesting something very, very wrong.
Yeah, let's see a spider start, no buffer.
Spider, ant, queen.
Actually, I want to see an ant start. When I first ran against that, where like white starts ant and then mosquito off of it for that super aggressive attack. Usually, if there's a C, then you can get the pill bug off the attacking mosquito.
Well, Frank has been exploring that lately.
Really?
Yeah.
I learned it salty.
Well, one of our common opponents, Radico.
Yeah.
Radico, great player. He's been experimenting with the ant opening versus him lately. And I can't tell you that, but I did
against CG, and it didn't work at all.
I think it's easy to defend, really.
So game 2 has begun, and surprisingly, Eucalyx didn't start with a mosquito.
Yeah, all our predictions gone.
He wants another long game.
Well, so it was time for hams.
He didn't. What?
Cheers, boys.
Yes. Black didn't go for the power P.
It is a C game, though.
I was one game late. So if white pins the ant with the ant, does black let white spawn a pill bug off of that white mosquito? Yep.
Well, he can.
Yeah. I was just wondering if he was going to pin it with the mosquito. I mean, it's a big loss, but it just seems like a really dangerous situation. Because he's got the hex trap with the ladybug and the defending mosquito. Or defending pill bug.
Yeah.
I don't like much for black to spawn and like west to the black ladybug in that way, because once you get pinned, the black ladybug is bidirectionally pinned.
Yeah.
And I mean, now seems okay, but later on it becomes a bit annoying.
One of our viewers says he thinks that white has a slight advantage for pinning the queen with a mosquito. What do you think, guys?
Great.
It creates that anti-tempo of the hex trap because black tries to surround, white ladybug comes out.
I think more importantly, you can spawn that pill bug off that mosquito, and you've got a lot of attacking possibility there.
Yeah. There's also a good defensive move too with that mosquito. If he takes it out, puts it next to the queen and the pill bug, with the right circumstances, it can ruin everything for white.
So maybe a sacrifice now.
Probably sacrifice a beetle, get it next to the mosquito.
Yeah. And then you could warp in the pill bug and then have no way to pin the mosquito from climbing after the queen, force evacuates.
There's also the idea of luring the black mosquito out, then filling the ring. The queen is stuck. There's a nice little pocket for a beetle.
Yeah, I think the mosquito has to remain there.
Yep, or go out and threaten the pill bug and take care of that pocket.
I would have probably tried to pin the white queen. Maybe there is a chance to... Well, there was a chance to counterattack immediately and get rid of some, smash some spawn points of white.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that white spider because it immediately threatens to pin the black ant, but then as soon as the black ant pins it and releases it later, it usually doesn't have a great place to go.
Yeah.
I guess it's got the pin replacement possibility, but then you might lose the bidirectional pin on the ladybug.
True. It kind of holds everything in place a little bit. Like, let's say black tries to free his ant, he frees the white ant too.
Mm.
So it's
Okay.
kind of a lock-up,
Okay.
It's not great, but it's not terrible. I think it's just not a waiting move, but he's just trying to push the game forward, and that's his sacrifice to try to get something else in play, I think.
So what do you think? Dropping black beetle next to the pill bug and mosquito?
That's a great pocket, yeah. Then again, that hopper comes down, pins either the beetle or the ant, stretching black out.
Yeah, but then you climb with the mosquito and you have another pocket.
It works,
to drop
though.
the beetle.
Black can cover the hopper at that point too.
Yeah. That'd be similar to last game with the attack and then the little pocket form.
Okay,
I
so
think this might be one of those moments where black needs to attack soon. Is that
So
dangerous?
Black is definitely understanding that his mosquito needs to stay there.
Mm.
So if in fact Dube brings out the ant just like he just did, that yep, does Eucalyx bring in the and now the mosquito climbs up?
Yep. And there's no way there you could defend with a beetle here.
White should place an ant. The
Stretched.
mosquito still comes up.
The disadvantage from white is now that pillbug's away from white queen, and you lose the hex trap too.
True.
The white has 2 ants still in reserve, so
So white sacrifices an ant by making a double instant ant with the mosquito. The ant gets pinned. That's still a hex trap.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mosquito just marches on as a beetle.
All right, so black can't defend with the beetle anymore with that spider attack.
Unless Eucalyx pins it. Which he probably won't. You never know.
it looks bad for black already.
Does. So white places an ant next to the mosquito. And he sustains an attack. At least for a move or two. Actually, place one ant, then place the other one.
It just has to decide where.
I think you placed it off the ladybug so that you're pretty close to filling that grasshopper so that it gets that final attack.
It's the power pin.
I kind of think that leaving the ladybug free to escape might be better. I mean,
Okay.
at least if he has that hex trap. So here comes the second ant next to the mosquito. Oh, I guess not.
So now that's interesting. Why did he place both of those ants away from the mosquito?
Well, if black would unpin the beetle and then pin the ant, then there's just a string of 3 white bugs in the middle of there. And, you know,
But you climb with the mosquito and then drop something into there, freeing the beetle.
yep, still 3 bug string. And
Sure.
Eucalyx low on pieces. That's what I think anyway. I may have made that happen anyway. I probably would have put the ant by the mosquito if I were white.
So now white has to pin black queen, right?
No, let him move.
And if he just goes on top of the hive with the mosquito, just
Yeah.
covering the white pill bug and slowly.
Yep. Let black move. It will take a move away.
And I guess if he did pin him with the ant, then the grasshopper could pin that ant.
Yep. And then black starts freeing his ants. So I think you just keep that ant handy and then make sure that no pin replacements happen.
But he can't climb with the mosquito yet because then he loses the hex trap.
That's true, but maybe it's time to let it go. And also, if he forces a ring, you know, the hex trap is good because it's there. So if a ring is made, then the start bug bails. But if you take away the hex trap and the black ladybug is bi-directional pinned, then you can just force that ring. Ladybug comes out.
So you think white mosquito covers black grasshopper here? Because black mosquito can't climb.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, if that were the move, yeah. meaning if the hopper filled the pocket.
All right, so if he does that queen escape, who's got tempo?
I think it's a beyond tempo situation. 10 for white.
It's 10 only if he has enough bugs to do all the direct drops, which he doesn't.
He does. He does, actually. He's got 3, and then that ant moves in.
Oh, the ant. I missed the ant. Okay, yeah. I agree, 10 white. Black doesn't have a lot of angle of attack.
No, but if you're right though about that hex trap being good, because if the hex trap is removed, then black can win in about 8.
All right, so now we're going to threaten the beetle attack, I'd imagine. Or maybe just the regular attacks, because the defending black pillbug isn't in a great spot.
Right. It's black's turn, so he'll probably place a beetle off that ant by the queen. Or maybe a spider.
To do a pin replacement?
I would think to just start attacking.
Oh, okay.
Maybe pin the hopper. Although freeing that ant is a good idea too. Yeah, this is kind of what I thought. The beetle up top. Use it as a pin replacement and an attack.
White can spawn a beetle now. Close to the black queen.
I think black will shift the pin onto the new beetle then.
And so then white has basically 2 beetles.
Mm-hmm.
Slow them down.
But
It
they're both.
takes a while.
Yeah, they're both a ways away.
So black is trying to capitalize on tempo if white decides to go for a long beetle trick.
I think it looks like white's going to win here in about 20 moves or so. Yeah, I think he attacks with a beetle. If he gets pinned, just start attacking with hoppers. A hopper up top can come down for an attack. Mosquito wins the game.
Was it maybe better to keep the black queen where it was? No?
Yep, and here comes
That's
the white
not
beetle.
Why do you think the beetle's down there instead of to the right? I would think you'd want that spot for the grasshopper to attack, so then the other grasshopper could come in without the queen escaping. I guess he didn't even try defending it. It's kind of strange.
I don't know why he didn't shift the pin, as you said.
The white's going to get a huge amount of tempo. Move, drop, drop, and then grasshopper finish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for white, and white's got a few ways to win.
Yeah, no, black definitely wasn't in the game. It's still at best of 6 games.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder if they'll have a game 3.
Feels quick.
I hope so. Yeah, this one was quick. I guess it'd still take a while, but it seems like a pretty sure win for white.
Well, what can black do here? White's going to advance and get 1 of 2 spots.
It's
He has a free ant's going to stop one of them. That's about it. A spider then maybe stops the other one.
No, but the spider goes into a spot around the queen.
A new spider, I mean.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that that's going to happen, though.
Maybe black just goes for a pin replacement on the other ant.
Um,
And then pins the grasshopper at the top.
yeah, it's all over.
What can do black is also try to prevent a dark drop. One of the two.
There's going to be 3.
But he only has 2 bugs.
Yep, and then then the white beetle on the right slowly marches over.
But he doesn't really need to prevent the top left direct drop because that's the only place that top left grasshopper is attacking.
That's true.
Oh, the grasshopper, didn't see that. The long
Yeah.
line.
I think he needs to pin that, but I don't think he has the tempo to pin that and prevent all the drops.
If you could free the mosquito, but
Okay.
there's enough time to do everything.
Maybe what black needs to do is free that mosquito, get it involved as a proximity pill bug. Then maybe it even warps the black mosquito to the black pill bug to the queen after some time.
There's the pin replacement. You guys had the same idea at almost the exact same time.
But where does he? There's a problem. How does he free the mosquito? He should go something east to the mosquito, right? But also, wherever he goes there, white can warp away the black pill bug.
I agree. It's pointless. But he could pin that top left white ant, and then put a hopper into the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was a slower game, but maybe I don't think there's time now.
Nope.
All right, so he's getting one of the 2 direct drops, and then that mosquito can't be stopped.
Yeah, just okay.
Oh, what an aggressive game. I think the shorter the game, the more benefit it goes to Eucalyx.
I agree. So, if white makes a mistake here, that black mosquito is free.
Yeah, white should just climb. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, climb or maybe even warp it over. Tempo's not really a factor. I'd climb.
Yeah, because if he warps it over, in theory, it might get pinned.
Yeah, it has pillbug power, and there's a direct
good point.
drop.
Yep.
Like, you
But
can-
why? It gets a little hairy if he warps it. Why not just climb? Then, of course, tempo is a factor. White could lose.
White could also move the ladybug next to the mosquito and the grasshopper.
Oh, attack.
Because it makes it that black ladybug is too far away to attack.
Yeah.
But I like the climb better.
Black's
Yeah,
the last.
the tempo is actually 5-5 if white climbs.
1, 2, 3. White climbs. So. Maybe even 6 for black. How does that?
Well, the beetle goes in. That's 1. A hopper is 2, 3, and then yeah, maybe you're right.
1, 2, 3.
I
Right.
I count. I have a count of white of 4 for white. if the mosquito climbs up, that's one. direct drop is 2, another direct drop is 3, and the beetle comes down as 4.
Good
Yeah.
point. Even if it was 5, he's still ahead. But good point. Yeah, 2 direct drops.
So what's the danger of just going for the straight 3 right now? Drop, direct drop with the beetle.
Black Mosquito comes out and makes a hairy situation with a proximity pill bug.
Yeah, but I guess then he loses the direct drops because he's got to cover it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just safe. Covering the pill bug. Climbing up. And then probably black has to prevent one of the 2 drops, but then he has to spend the tempo that he should use to attack, so. The pin on the white ant is not even a true pin, so at least is making Eucalyx think.
He's got plenty of time. Just making sure.
So let's say white climbs with the mosquito, and then black jumps in with the grasshopper.
The white ant comes out.
Yeah, no, you can create that ring.
Yeah.
So it's white's turn. He should move his mosquito, or he could move his ladybug too. That's not bad. Move his ladybug to re-free the mosquito.
Like east to the mosquito.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it just because the end is so near. But black, Frank, Dube, whatever, made a pretty good effort here at the end to make it close in tempo. If only he would have stopped that beetle by the queen.
Yeah, the repin.
Yeah, maybe it would have been even closer.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Another option that we had not considered. Or even better.
It's still 4-3, white wins.
There is an interesting the black grasshopper can take a kill spot now.
Yeah. So it's 1, then the beetle moves in 2, and then there's nothing that can really reach in there.
But it can kind of use the mosquito to warp the pill bug to the west, the black mosquito. And then the black mosquito is in a pocket, and that can be the last.
They took a direct drop away.
Yep. So Eucalyx probably needs to. It's still 4 for Eucalyx, and it's still 4 for Dube.
That also traps in the mosquito.
Yeah, that's really good.
Of course, he can cover the hopper and mosquito goes free. He doesn't need to, though. He can just direct drop, then pin or place attack with the last hopper and just win. Actually, there's a free black ant. So I think covering the hopper is the right move. Okay. So now it's time direct drop, right? Direct drop, place attack, black ant comes and pins it. White mosquito moves out as an ant to the other side and then comes in for win.
So there's no threat now, so you can do the drop and then figure out how to get the new piece in or the mosquito out. It's easy just to flip it over by the ant and go from there.
Yeah.
Could have worked this one, but
So black is feverishly trying to free that mosquito.
that's
So
the
he could just pull the black ant into that little pocket if he were to do this. If black were to move the spider.
Then white warps the black ant.
Yep, and then mosquito can, get warped out. And then at that point he's threatening the 2 direct drops. So he doesn't even need the mosquito.
Yep. Also for white, he can simply shift his ant to open up 2 direct drop spots. There's some tactical play there. The black spider moves, but still pretty good for white, I think. Of course, it's black's turn, though, so let's see what happens.
What happens if he just prevents a dark drop now?
With the ant,
With the ant, yeah.
the mosquito's free, just comes, takes that spot. It would be pocketed. Of course, he can shift and pin that. Then the ant comes out, and then there's a direct drop.
Yeah, mosquito attacks can climb atop the spider. And he's got another direct drop.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
not. Oh, the grasshopper shape. Okay.
If this is what he does, the white mosquito can go any 2 kill spots and be dangerous.
I think he goes to the bottom left, threatening to cover the black ant.
That's what I would do too.
And in that case, the ant probably maybe pins the grasshopper so it can't jump over, freeing the direct drop.
I would say the black ant in that case would then pin the mosquito, the white mosquito.
But then black or white ant pins that, and then there's
Agreed. If he pins the hopper, same situation.
In that case, though, the black spider can then attack the pin. Of course, then it's free, and then the next ant gets free, and at least it's an option.
Yep.
All right, so mosquito just attacks.
Let's see what Dube does.
I'm saying in the event that he moves the spider in that place, then white just attacks the mosquito.
Okay, here we come. Here we come with the mosquito attack.
Where? South
Bottom.
the queen?
On the bottom, yep, there.
Right there.
And in the other, if you would have went to the other place, the black hopper comes out, and then white's in a pickle.
Yeah. No, this one doesn't work.
Okay, so now if this is what happened, well, I'm not sure what Dube will do here, but mosquito can cover the white ant, direct drop, move forward. to win the game. So, yep, here we go. Now the white ant pins the black ant. Direct drop. It's not looking so good for Frank here.
Yeah, Christian's doing a nice job of staying careful, because Frank is putting a few traps down, and White does a little something wrong, you run out of bugs.
And black is still threatening to win too, so that last beetle way on the right for white, it doesn't have time to move all the way down. That, you know, black will win first.
White's got 2 grasshoppers in reserve though, so he can afford to get one pinned.
Yep.
Well, I think White will just cover the black ant if the black ant's left there. And then black's gonna have a hard time of winning.
The black ant at the bottom?
Yeah, white mosquito covers it.
Yeah.
And then direct drops the mosquito off the ant. And then fills in the second to last spot. Drops the beetle.
I think he just marches with that the mosquito at that point on top of the hive, because black could place a piece off the spider and make a gate.
Okay.
But then he just offer to. Yeah, white's got this game.
We said that 8 moves ago, and then white let it go for longer.
He is very careful. I think the pill bug pull in response to the breaking the ring is what made this game last longer than it should have.
I agree. Okay, so that's not good.
Why not? Ugh.
It works.
Yeah, I guess it works. It just seems simpler the other way. The black hopper can attack the queen, but there's 2 false pins on the white queen, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I guess one grasshopper made the difference.
Frank says good game.
Just one.
Yeah.
Or maybe, yeah, if he could free the mosquito a bit earlier rather than, I don't know, at some point maybe it would have been a different game. He's had a good game, but still, you never know. You never know.
I don't understand the early good game.
Yeah, only at the end. Or if you're sure you want to resign.
Well, then just go ahead and fill the, fall on your sword. Put the ant in the kill spot. Some people don't like doing that, I guess. It's just a personality thing.
And he hurts to press the resign button. So
There we go.
To delay as much as possible.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, Dr. Mike. Appreciate your recommendation last week about OBS. So Eucalyx wins game 2.
1 to 0.5.
1.5 to 0.5.
Oh, right, 1.5.
So to win needs at least another, to win the match, it needs to win at least another game and a draw, right? No.
He needs
Not
three and
to
a half points.
Yeah, so he needs to win.
I like that there's a draw involved because if there's no other draws, it kind of means that it won't go to a tiebreaker. Right. Then again, the tiebreaker, the Armageddon style, is pretty entertaining.
As long as you're not in it.
Dube also is saying in the chat, he thinks that his early queen move out was deadly. Probably that's true. But it's always a dilemma. You don't know if you should move it out and leave your pieces trapped, or leave your queen surrounded with your pieces a bit more active.
Yeah, it did seem like a poor move getting away from the pill bug. I think black needed to pressure white too. Same thing as last game. The black didn't pressure early enough.
I wonder if they're going to go for a game 3.
Frank is
asking one more. It's only
looking for
5:30 where he is, 5:30 p.m. And it's tomorrow morning for Eucalyx.
I'm not sure we knew actually what to do.
Of course we did. Christian says, my focus is gone for the day, so I'm guessing they probably are not going to play again.
Too hot.
You have to remember, he's down under. It's summer down there.
I'm always stunned by that. The fact that it's hot there now. Okay.
So a great broadcast this evening. Lots of good commentary from our 3 commentators that were here, so I didn't have to do much. Thanks, Frasco, Cody, and Joe. In fact, before I do this, let me let's see what I want to do here. I want to and here's Joe's book. Canon of Hive Groundwork. If you haven't gotten one, you need to get one.
My copy as well.
And there's my book in case if you haven't gotten one, you need to get one. So this broadcast was brought to you by Play Hive Like a Champion. And we had the great advantage of having Joe Schultz here with us this evening. Thanks, Joe. And he'll be on the broadcast Sunday evening as well, but he'll be a participant rather than a commentator.
That's right. Looking forward to some tough games.
Better to be up 2-0 than down 2-0, but against Quadlibet, you still have to be right on your toes, don't you?
That's right. That's right. I think I kind of snuck the first game away from him. So second game was tough. Next one's mine to win.
So Dube says he can play on Sunday, but he'd rather watch Joe and Quad.
What time are you playing on Sunday?
3 p.m. my time, 3 p.m. Central.
Okay.
4:30.
8:30 here, I think. Okay, cool. Hope to be able to join the streaming as well.
Imagine commentating 2 games simultaneously. I'd also like to see Joe and Quad have webcams up. They can see each other during the match.
Like, that's the way they're playing chess now. I don't know if you follow some.
Well, in the Skilling Open, I think each player had 3 cameras, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean they show only one, but yeah, they have at least 2 or 3 cameras on. I mean that's just to avoid cheating. I think here we're quite chilled about cheating. That would be cool to have a camera and a live commentary by themselves during the game.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
So Dube said, it looks like they might be scheduling for next Friday, 1 hour later than today. So that will be 7:30 my time. 30 minutes after midnight in GMT.
Tomorrow?
No, a week from today, next Friday.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's Saturday for Eucalyx. So weird.
What's PST? I'm always confused.
Pacific Standard
Pacific
Time.
Standard.
He's on the West Coast.
Okay.
So we thank everybody for watching this evening.
Thanks to you and to everyone. It was really fun.
Y'all next week.
Thanks for having me, Randy.
Well, appreciate you all joining me. Thanks to Joe, thanks to Cody, thanks to Francesco, and thanks to you all for watching. Don't forget Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, depending on where in the world you are, will be Game 3 of the finals match between Quad Lebet and Judoka. 2 world champions fighting it out for the 2020 World Championship. So we look forward to seeing you then. Week from tonight, again for the bronze medal match, Game 3. So this is Randy Ingersoll signing off for this evening, and thanks again for watching.